From KFVS 12, this is Heartland News.
Hail, lightning, and wind top our news tonight. The sky goes dark as major thunderstorms rock the heartland. Good evening. We've been following the storms all night. Thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings affected much of southeast Missouri and southern Illinois throughout the evening. And Carl is still in our weather center to tell us what happened and what we can expect overnight. Carl?
Well, Amy, we still have about a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings to pass along to you. They expire within the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll go right to Storm Team radar. You can see pretty much the entire, we'll say, eastern section of the heartland scattered and littered with thunderstorms all about. And we'll do some storm tracking, one in particular off to the northern section of the heartland, moving into Jefferson County, places like Cesar. Within the next 30 seconds, we'll probably see this storm. Emerson City around 10:02, Whittington around 10:19, 20 minutes after the hour Ina, and then followed by Ewing at around 10:25. These storms all have a history of producing hail. We have reports of hail up to golf ball size when the storms move through portions of southeast Missouri. Take a look at this weather video. This is shot by John Dissauer, Heartland Storm Team meteorologist, also a storm chaser. There's a wall cloud right there. Fortunately, no tornadoes formed from this wall cloud, but a very serious situation. Also, you can see the hail bouncing off the road there. Again, we had reports from pea size up to golf ball size hail. And we'll go right now to the counties that are shaded in the warning area. Jefferson County, that runs until 10:15. That's the storm we just tracked for you. Also at 10:15, that expires for Jackson. Also Williamson County in southern Illinois. Northern Graves County until 10:15 in western Kentucky. And Obion County in Tennessee, and that runs until 10:40. Also Lake County, Tennessee, which runs until 10:10. And the green there is a flash flood warning. That's for Ballard County. That runs until midnight. Well, during the evening hours, very busy. Storms moving through parts of southeast Missouri into western Kentucky. Now it looks like southern Illinois, for the most part, is under the gun. But you notice out towards central Missouri, not much behind it. This seems to be it. So once this does move through, it looks like we'll be in the clear for tomorrow as far as the threat for severe weather goes. But right now, we're taking a look at our next rad. This is the Heartland Storm Team Stormcast product. And what this does, it lets us see almost inside the storm and see if there's any rotation or hail. And you see those blue diamonds, that indicates the possibility of hail in these individual thunderstorm cells. And again, that's not out of the question. We've seen hail reports, again, from pea size to golf ball size. And also I'd like to remind you, until 11 o'clock, pretty much the entire heartland is under a severe thunderstorm watch. That's that yellow box dead center of your screen. Now, perhaps if you live off toward the northern sections of the heartland, Jefferson County, toward Mount Vernon, you notice you're kind of on the fringe. Just because you're not inside that box doesn't mean you can't see severe weather. Look at that line of storms moving through central Illinois. Those could stretch on into the heartland as well. With that in mind, we'll take a look at your forecast then. 53 for an overnight low. The showers and thunderstorms coming to an end late overnight. When you wake up tomorrow morning, there could be a lingering shower. We're not expecting thunderstorm activities and temperatures slowly rising into the middle 50s. Then by lunchtime, we could see a little bit of sunshine and temperatures back into the 60s. And we'll talk about the more chances of severe weather. Also take a peek at the 7-day outlook coming up in just a little bit. Amy?
Okay, Carl, thank you. We have been lucky that tornadoes haven't touched down so far, but take a look at what has fallen from the sky. As Carl said, hail, lots of it. Chunks of ice larger than golf balls fell in advance. Dozens more people called, reporting hail across southeast Missouri, from Bollinger County to Scott City to Randalls to Benton and many other places. For Jill Johnson in Advance, this huge hail is something she won't ever forget.
I have never heard the sound of hail that large hitting the roof. It was really scary. And once we heard it quiet down and the rain stopped, we came outside and the hail was larger than golf balls.
And of course, we are getting calls from people in parts of southern Illinois as well, reporting damaging hailstorms. Well, continuing coverage of a story that we first brought you at 5. Southern Illinois police are still searching for an escaped inmate. Kevin Hubert was one of 2 inmates who attacked an officer early this morning at the M.A.S.H County Detention Center. They used a soda bottle and a shank made from a toothbrush. Hubert managed to escape, but another inmate, Tyron Presley, was caught and is still in jail. The officer was treated and released, so he's going to be okay. Police from several different districts used K-9 units, but they didn't find the escapee. And again, police continue looking for Hubert at this hour. The man is 6 feet tall and 135 pounds. Missouri state troopers had a little chase of their own late this afternoon. It happened along Interstate 55 in northern Cape Girardeau County. The Highway Patrol tells Heartland News several people are behind bars on traffic charges. It took officers from Troop E out of Poplar Bluff and some out of Troop C near St. Louis to handle the incident. Details are still sketchy as their reports are still being filed. But of course, we'll bring you the latest tomorrow morning on The Breakfast Show. Well, a man who stole money from the cash register at Goody's clothing store in Cape Girardeau is caught after a chase by police. The man took the money and then drove off in a stolen car. Police followed the suspect across town, managed to stop him. He is in jail now, waiting on formal charges. The suspect was already wanted for strong-armed robbery and parole violation in Wisconsin. Condemned child killer Robert Glenn Coe is to be executed this Wednesday, and Tennessee religious leaders are upset with that date. You see, Coe's execution falls in the middle of the holiest week on the Christian calendar and the beginning of the Jewish Passover. Coe will die by injection on the first evening of Passover and 4 days before Easter. Religious leaders say it's ironic the execution falls on a week when the faithful celebrate the merciful nature of God. A Louisville woman is dead after the boat she was riding in sank on the Ohio River. It happened shortly after Thunder Over Louisville ended. That's the official opening ceremony of the 3-week Kentucky Derby Festival. 4 others in the boat were treated for hypothermia. Jefferson County Police say the large number of boats on the river for the fireworks show created a lot of rough water. Many of those boats were just too small to handle it all. A separate incident capsized another boat, throwing 6 people into the water. And if you tried to cross the I-24 bridge to Illinois from Paducah today, it found you had to wait. Northbound lanes on the bridge were closed for almost an hour earlier today. Police say a barge hit one of the bridge pilings, so they closed it down for a safety inspection. But rest assured, there's no problem with the bridge. It is open now, but it did inconvenience some drivers earlier. Well, the Elian Gonzalez saga will continue into another week. This time, the boy's father is lashing out against his Miami relatives. Kathy M.A.S.H has the latest.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have any tears left. I've cried too much.
In an exclusive 60 Minutes interview with CBS's Dan Rather, the father of 6-year-old Elian Gonzalez made it clear he wants his son to return with him to Cuba. Juan Miguel Gonzalez has been separated from Elian since last November when the boy survived a boat accident that killed his mother and 10 others. Now the father is embroiled in a heated custody fight over Elian with his Miami relatives. They claim he abused Elian and his mother back in Cuba. Gonzalez responded to those accusations.
Well, I'm not saying that as a father, that with my son, at a certain time, every father, when a child does something mischievous, well, you could always spank your own son. But hurt him? I never hurt him, and I never hurt his mother either.
Are you or not saying that these are lies?
They are lies. Totally.
While the interview was on TV, Elian and his Miami relatives remained outside their little Havana home. But those who did watch from the crowd of supporters say they didn't believe Juan Miguel's words.
When we see that Fidel Castro has put up a tremendous campaign behind claiming Elian back, obviously for political reasons, and he doesn't realize that, I think in that point he lacked credibility.
And so this week, both sides are waiting for a crucial court ruling, a ruling that could pave the way for Elian to be returned to his father. In Miami, Kathy M.A.S.H for CBS News.
It's also going to be a long week for the students and residents of Littleton, Colorado. It was a year ago that 2 students at Columbine High School killed 15 people. Today, hundreds are remembering by running. That story's next. And Charleston is seeing red and pink and the many colors of the dogwood azaleas. We'll take you to the 32nd annual festival.
For millions of drivers, this is the most trusted minivan ever, the Dodge Caravan. For millions of drivers, this is a symbol of safety and security. Recently, AAA named Grand Caravan top minivan for the best combination of features like performance, design, quality, value, and safety. So according to AAA, everything else is a B. Now get a $1,750 cash allowance on Dodge Grand Caravan.
The new Chrysler cars and minivans are changing the way people behave. And this spring, we're making it easy to own one. There are big cash allowances, or low lease rates, or low APRs on select Chrysler vehicles.
That's the third time they've washed mine.
See your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
A new age is dawning, where everyone is free to set their own course, to travel their own path. And when the course is blocked, or the path uncertain, there's a friend nearby who can help clear the way. With the insurance plan we didn't think we could find, the mortgage we didn't think we could get, the investments we know we need to make. Solution? Union Planters.
All across the country, winter is finally turning to spring. And now, with the National Jeep Spring Event, you can explore all of the season's surprises. Change your whole perspective with an incredible $339 a month lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo. And climb to new heights with exceptional capability, luxury, and style. The world looks different from behind the wheel of a legendary 4x4. So get to your dealer today before this event takes off for the season.
You're watching Heartland News on KFVS 12.
It's Palm Sunday, and Pope John Paul is celebrating with the world. Today, he urged young people to renew their commitment to the Roman Catholic Church. Thousands of pilgrims waved palms and olive branches as the Pope spoke at St. Peter's Square. The pontiff looked tired at times during the 3-hour Mass, but he appeared energized as he looked ahead to what is expected to be an enormous youth celebration in Rome in August. More than 2,000 runners raced in Littleton, Colorado to remember the victims of Columbine. It's the first event of what promises to be a very difficult week. The anniversary of the Columbine killings is this Thursday. But many people are determined to start out this difficult time with a smile. This morning, the Columbine Memorial Run and Walk got underway. Scott Sanders takes us there.
Rachel Scott, Isaiah Scholl, John Tomlin,
Fueled by memories and hope, more than 2,400 walkers and runners start Sunday by making great strides.
Ready, go!
Thousands of footfalls, all in honor of fallen friends.
To remember the people from Columbine.
Two main objectives drive the day. The first is to raise some good memories in a place known best for anguish.
I miss a lot of my friends and stuff, you know.
Sophomore Justin Savoy was among the students stuck inside the school the day of the killings. He's decided to run over some rough emotions during the race.
I'm going to push it real tough. You know, if I do this, I think I'll feel better.
Justin and hundreds of others bear the loss on their backs in the most literal way. Special number bibs allow individual expression.
It was our neighbor. He lives down the street from us, and he died. And so we were running for him.
So, too, were the runners working for the second main goal, sending students to college with the money raised.
Part of this run is good because it's going to benefit not only Columbine, but Dakota Ridge and Chatfield, and all these kids need a break.
3 $5,000 scholarships are secure, say organizers, and if the enthusiasm displayed during this first event repeats itself, the numbers of those helped may run even higher.
The day started with a dash of bad weather. When day broke, there was a cover of clouds and snow still covered the ground. But it wasn't long before all that burned off and the runners' ideal cool, clear morning presented itself. And many of those runners say they couldn't have asked for a better symbolic way to start the week. Well, another anniversary of a tragic event will take place on Wednesday. It was 5 years ago that the Murrah building in Oklahoma City was bombed, killing 168 people. Now the opening of the Oklahoma City National Memorial is just days away, and hundreds of people filed through the GSA Plaza this afternoon to view the almost completed memorial. Meanwhile, a handful of workers scrubbed and swept the site, while officials led media tours and coordinated all those last-minute details. Well, here in the Heartland, the 32nd Annual Dogwood Azalea Festival continued. It started Thursday. A tour and view of blooming canopies of pink and white dogwoods, along with colorful gardens, were the main features. There's also a parade, queen contest, musical entertainment, and arts and crafts, all kinds of things for the family. The highlight of the event was a candlelight tour, which featured the entire Dogwood Azalea route. Well, let's go now to take a live look out our window on the heartland. Carl's had a busy day following a number of storms. He'll have your latest storm team forecast next.
Every spring, it's the same challenge. How early can you plant to push yields higher? Your burn-down herbicide makes the difference. Aerial images test which burn-down is fastest. The first one in the black is the first to plant. Gramoxone Extra burns down weeds in 3 to 5 days, but glyphosate makes you wait up to 3 weeks. Start early and finish big with Gramoxone Extra. Speed with confidence.
It's here to clear the air.
I can see clearly now.
Toyota's Blue Sky Spring Event, where great cars, excellent values, and a gigantic selection come shining through. Now, lease a brand new Corolla for just $179 a month for 36 months with $17.59 due at signing for the most trusted car in the world. Your new beginning is here.
Gonna be a bright,
The Blue Sky Spring Event at your Toyota dealer.
Mario Perillo with Domino's new Italian Originals Chicken Grill Pizza. Travel with me through chicken marinated in Italian spices. Meander through slice after slice of Tuscany with seasoned onions. Marvel at the colors of the peppers. Call now for Domino's new Italian Originals Chicken Grill Pizza. You'll have a wonderful time.
Call Domino's now and get a large chicken grill pizza and a 2-liter of Coca-Cola for just $12.99. That's our new chicken grill pizza and a 2-liter of Coke for only $12.99.
Businesses on the move turn to KFVS 12 advertising.
It's definitely helped us get a personal relationship with a lot of our customers. We found that our customers they're watching the television, they're watching the weather, and they're watching the news. Simply put, it works. People not only hear it, but they see it. It's a powerful tool to help promote our business.
To put your business on the move in Poplar Bluff and Dexter, contact Boyce Holt at KFVS 12. Heartland Storm Team Weather is brought to you by Plaza Tire Service.
Right now, buy 3 Bridgestone B420 tires and get 1 free. For the best price on name brand tires, see Plaza Tire Service. For cars, trucks, or sport utilities, great tire savings are popping up all over. Plaza Tire Service. For great tires, one low price. Visit a Plaza Tire near you today.
Now, weather where you live from the Heartland Storm Team on KFVS 12.
Well, it has been a pretty busy day weather-wise. We had numerous reports of severe thunderstorms, also a few tornado warnings posted, but right now, within the last couple of minutes, a number of severe thunderstorms have been dropped, and right now we only have 2 warnings to pass along to you. The first one is a severe thunderstorm warning that is for Weakley County, or in parts of Tennessee, and that runs until 10:40, so another about 10-20 minutes on that one. Also, flash flood warning in Ballard County. That runs until midnight. LaCenter, Kentucky, reporting street flooding there, so that's what prompted the flash flood warning. We'll go right now to live storm team radar, and we're keeping our eye on a number of individual thunderstorms. One is right here in Scott County. We saw going into the break through the live window on the Heartland, that flash of lightning, that's what it came from that cell right there. Also some kind of scooting out of southern Missouri into parts of western Kentucky and Tennessee. But again, just Weakley County until 10:40. Then also we have the flash flooding in Ballard, and that runs until midnight. We'll go back to the maps here. And for the most part, the next rad, this is the Stormcast product, which tells us where the strongest thunderstorms are and actually what are they doing at the time of the radar report. And you notice a strong thunderstorm, as I pointed out on Storm Team radar. Also possibility of hail, that's indicated by those diamonds. So again, a serious situation. We're not out of the woods yet, and we're definitely keeping an eye on the weather. You notice the storm's just moving right through the heartland. This one particular cell started in southeast Missouri, moved across the river into parts of Kentucky, and prompted numerous warnings through northern Kentucky, and also some more showers and thunderstorms, but the warnings in southern Illinois have been dropped. But one thing that hasn't been dropped is a severe thunderstorm watch box that runs until 11 o'clock. You notice the northern fringes of the heartland are just kind of on the border. Just because you're not in the watch box doesn't mean you can't see severe weather or some more thunderstorms, because just look, a line extending all the way from central Illinois right into the heartland. We'll widen out the radar. Believe it or not, snow falling in northern Wisconsin and Michigan at this hour. Around here we were rather warm, where the sun came out. And again, just want to point out that watch box posted until 11 o'clock. The clouds are starting to thin out. That area low pressure in the cold front right on top of us. And as that cuts through the heartland, we will see our clouds start to diminish, especially tomorrow morning. Also, we're going to see overnight lows, especially out to the west of the heartland, get down into the 30s and 20s in some cases. Also want to keep in mind that severe thunderstorm warning runs until 10:40 for Obion County, Tennessee. Pardon me on that. Obion County, Tennessee, severe thunderstorm warning until 10:40. Tomorrow highs are looking pretty nice. All in all, we'll see temperatures running into the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, a little bit warmer off to our south and west. Skip ahead to tomorrow morning. Maybe some wraparound showers from that area low pressure. Otherwise, as we go through the day on Monday on the Heartland Storm Team Precision Cast, we're starting to see our clouds start to thin out. Tuesday, by the way, looking really nice. We should see plenty of sunshine by Wednesday. Get this, we'll see temperatures right now in the 80s the way it all shapes up. The weather where you live for Missouri tonight, keep in mind the showers and thunderstorms. You just saw the lightning flash there. Overnight lows around 53 in Cape Girardeau, and highs tomorrow around the upper 60s in southern Illinois as well as Tennessee. And even we'll throw in Kentucky in their highs in the upper 60s. The 7-day outlook shows us by, again, Wednesday, look for highs in the 80s. And the next couple of days look to be dry. Another chance of rain, Amy, coming up on Thursday. But again, we'll keep an eye on the weather. We're not out of the woods yet. And if there's any warnings, myself or Bob will pass them along to you.
I know. We certainly appreciate your work, you guys.
Okay, thank you. Well, the Cardinals broke out of their slump for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Did they make it a 2-game sweep of Colorado? Chad Fryman has your answer next in sports.
In Ford country, you're ready for anything when you have a tough Ford F-150. Get ready for low 3.9% financing or $500 cash back on America's #1 selling truck for 23 straight years. F-150, the only truck built Ford tough with more pulling power than Chevy. And check out the newest tough truck in Ford country, F-150 Super Crew, first in its class with 4 full-size doors. F-150 is ready for anything. See your local Ford dealer today and get $3,900 or $500 cash back.
Would you knowingly risk burning your Roundup Ready soybeans? If you spray the leading imitator instead of Roundup Ultra herbicide, your crop could suffer imitator injury up to 53% of the time. Why risk imitator injury or take chances with your crop? Trust Roundup Ultra, backed by Roundup TVP rewards. With proven crop safety on over 75 million acres of Roundup Ready soybeans.
Want a recipe to start your week off right?
Just come along and let me show you.
Take one popular cookbook author and add to the Heartland's only 2-hour morning news show.
You mix all that together,
and you've got Cooking with Angie.
Is that good?
Join Angie on The Breakfast Show as she shares some of her favorite recipes, cooking tips, and kitchen secrets.
It was one of our very favorites.
Cooking with Angie.
Be sure and share it with somebody special.
Monday mornings at 6:25 on The Breakfast Show, only on KFVS 12.
We call it visual skincare. You'll call it amazing. Spotlight Skin Tone Perfector, only from Estee Lauder. Suddenly, spring is in the air with this season's freshest new collection from Estee Lauder. 7 must-have beauty essentials. Even a choice of the skincare that's right for you. Free with any $20 Estee Lauder purchase. Through April 29th, exclusively at Dillard's.
I'm Roger Twinoffel from Apple City in Murfreesboro. Join me tomorrow morning at 7:25 on Heartland Business Break.
Now, your best source for local sports coverage, Heartland Sports.
It didn't snow at Coors Field today in Denver, and no, those weren't giant hail balls flying around the park. They were baseballs off the hot bats of the St. Louis Cardinals. They get things going in the first. Placido Polanco, a floater to left field, out of here. That one of the solo variety. 1-0 Cards, and same inning. Once traveled Thomas Howard, no doubt about that one. St. Louis cruised through Game 1, winning 9-3 as we check the score. Pat Hinkin continues to dominate, picking up his 3rd win. And in Game 2, they trail that one in the 7th, 13-9. And Cubs and Marlins in Wrigley Field. Mark Grace, a liner to right. Sammy Sosa scores easily from second. The Cubs jumped out to a 5-0 lead. But Florida mounted the comeback, sending it to extra innings and posted a 6-5 win. Other scores, the Angels dropped the White Sox 3-1. New York Yankees, they take Game 3 of their series with the Kansas City Royals, winning it 8-4. And on the college field, SIU loses to SMS 12-7. NASCAR officials keep saying they're making rules changes to ensure no one driver or team has an unfair advantage over anyone else. Well, whether you want to believe it or not, maybe they know what they're talking about. 9 races this year, 9 different winners. Dale Sr. before the race, hoping for a good finish, more than we can say about his son. Check out Dale Jr. top of the screen, blows a tire at the start of the race. He started in the 6th spot, but he finishes the race all the way back in 42nd. This one started as a routine pit stop, and watch that, the tire goes flying by. The guy from Bill Elliott's team, I'll take it. Nah, second thought, you keep it. Now, late in the race, 52 laps to go. A 17-car pileup. The fans, yeah, they were cheering. The drivers, they weren't. This one involved 17 guys, including Bobby Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Dale Earnhardt Jr. His day just would not get any better. Now, with 6 laps to go, check out Jeff Gordon passes Mark Martin for the lead. And guess where he's going to finish? In the top spot for his 50th career Winston Cup win. And he gets a hug and kiss from wife Brooke. The top 4 behind Gordon, Mike Skinner, Dale Earnhardt, Kenny Irwin. There are 4 Chevys in the top 5. Now to the point standings. There's a shake-up there. Mark Martin now in the lead. He has 1,370. Bobby Labonte in second, 24 back. It's Ward Burton, Dale Earnhardt, and Jeff Burton in 5th. Now they have a 2-week break because of Easter, and they will race on April 30th in California.
Okay. Thanks, Chad. From action on the track to action back outside. Stay with us. Carl's back with another look outside this Sunday evening.
Oklahoma City remembered 5 years later. A look at the healing that's been going on. And Columbine, what lessons have been learned in a year. Next week on The Early Show.
All across the country, winter is finally turning to spring. And now, with the National Jeep Spring Event, you can explore all of the season's surprises. Change your whole perspective with an incredible $339 a month lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo. And climb to new heights with exceptional capability, luxury, and style. The world looks different from behind the wheel of a legendary 4x4. So get to your dealer today before this event takes off for the season.
The new Chrysler cars and minivans are changing the way people behave. And this spring, we're making it easy to own one. There are big cash allowances, or low lease rates, or low APRs on select Chrysler vehicles.
That's the 3rd time they've washed mine.
See your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Golf magazines seem to like what we do. The senator and the legislator at the new Capitol Hill in Prattville, Alabama. 2 of the top 35 new courses in the country. Golf magazine. 4 other trail courses previously among the country's best new courses by Golf Digest. 6 courses named to the top 50 affordable courses. Golf Digest. Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. We like it when they talk about us.
Up to here and off-road is no time to discover your truck's off-road package is little more than decals, when what you really need is a burly, overbuilt suspension. Solid steel and high-tech composite skid plates, big, honking 17-inch wheels, and special tires. The new and very different 2001 Dodge Ram Off-Roadster. It draws a new line in the mud. Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on 2000 model year Rams.
KFVS 12 is the only station to give you 2 full hours of local news and weather to start your day.
Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show on this.
With the best morning team in the heartland.
That is your first look at news on this.
Amy Spears and Jim Burns bring you the top stories. Brian Allworth has the weather where you live. The Breakfast Show, only on KFVS 12.
When you see news, call the Heartland News Hotline at 1-800-455-KFVS, a toll-free service from KFVS 12, the Heartland's news channel.
Don't be surprised if you're still hearing some thunder outside.
Yes, we'll take a look at the live radar, Amy. Still kind of active. We have bits and pieces of thunderstorms moving across the heartland. Only 2 warnings to pass along to you, and that is for Obion County in Tennessee. That's the yellow one, severe thunderstorm warning. That runs till 10:40, about another 10 minutes on that, and we'll keep you posted throughout the evening hours.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.